good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Chatting Blues. This is your Birmingham City versus Plymouth Argyle preview, and today, like I've been promising this for a while and saying I'm gonna get other content creators on, and I'm really pleased to invite Craig from Green Fever from the Plymouth Argyle channel, and welcome, Craig. Really nice to have you on the channel.
Thank you very much for having me. Much appreciated.
Yeah, just say a quick thing about your channel and how you set it up.
I set it up in December. We've been going since, obviously what 200, almost 260 subscribers. You can find me on the Green Fever. We do match day vlogs, home and away, previews, everything, you name it. But thank you very much for having me on. Much appreciated.
No, look, lovely stuff, mate. So just how are you feeling for the weekend then?
I'm feeling confident. But obviously, you gotta take it with a pinch of salt. You gotta respect every team because obviously it's a step up, isn't it? It's the second division of English football. Obviously compared to League One, we were battering teams left, right, and centre, and we were destroying them. And I think Plymouth Argyle fans have got used to a winning mentality where we were winning every week, and we were expected less and less than 3 points was acceptable, in my opinion. But I think, obviously, with the championship, we got to be more. What's the word I'm looking for? More
savvy.
Not more savvy. I think we've got to be more realistic that we're not going to win every week. That we're going to have to, lose some games. Obviously, Southampton, that was disappointing. So it's going to be interesting to see how Argyle fans adjust to, obviously, the second tier of English football.
Yeah. And with us Blues fans, well, with me especially, I was speaking to you before we done this video, and like mid-table, well, I'd be happy with mid-table. It's kind of like, what's your expectations for this season?
My expectations would be a decent cup run and an opportunity to probably finish 15th, 16th for the league. I'll be very happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah, and you've had a half decent start. I've been watching a few of your games, and it looks like you've carried that momentum from League One, and like I was saying to you before, Craig, like not any Blues fans are expecting an easy game Saturday. Waiting for the press conference to come out in regards to Ethan Laird and Dembele, who went off both injured on Saturday against Bristol City. Really good display, but two of our best players. So we're just waiting for the press conference to see whether they're available for this game. If, like I say, if they're available, I'm quite confident. Well, I'm not quite confident. That's a lie. I'll be a lot more confident if them two are playing. Yeah, and I'll just say it now because I've just seen on the news that on Twitter that Alfie Chang, who I would have thought would have slotted in as right back, has now done his knee and has got to have surgery, been sent off to hospital in training. So we're really light on the ground right back.
Do you think that's where we can get some joy?
Yeah. I think that side, if Ethan Laird's not fit, which I just, I'm really praying he's fit. He's such a good player, Craig, honestly. Going forward and defending, and and I just pray he's fit. So is that a side you can get at 100%? Our right hand side, if he's not fit, and I was looking at some of your front players, the front three, especially like Mumba, Whittaker, and Hardy. That didn't you have Whittaker on loan last season?
Yeah, he was on loan from Swansea, but then Swansea recalled him and then didn't play him. So his values dropped, which was he last season. I think personally, if he stayed, we might have won the league sooner because obviously with his goal scoring ability, he was sort of prepared getting us over the line with goals and assists. If that makes sense.
Yeah. And what about I've seen you've signed Kane Kessler Hayden from Villa.
Yeah, from Villa. Yeah, he's a very very athletic fullback. Can get forward, can get back. I'm not sure if he will play on Saturday because he picked up I think he picked up a knock against Southampton. Personally, I wouldn't play him because I think we won't risk him. I would save him for Crystal Palace. Of course, we've got a massive game against Crystal Palace and in the Carabao Cup coming up at home on Tuesday night, which home part will be buzzing for. So I would save him for Tuesday night against Crystal Palace and maybe play maybe Mick Muller. I think we might see Mick Muller. He's good replacement for Hayden.
Yeah. And you say a big game on Tuesday, and we don't kind of take that cup with any kind of, it's a bit of a nuisance for us, if we're being honest, even though we'd like a nice cup run. But we're really thin on the ground in numbers, We've only got 2 centre-backs at the club. And they're playing every game, obviously. How you doing for centre-backs?
Yeah, obviously we're fine. We're fine at the moment. Obviously, we've got Brendan Galloway, who many of you guys may know, who used to play Everton and West Brom. He's coming back from injury. Obviously, Macaulay Gillespie, he's back in training. Matt Butcher can play centre back. Obviously, we've got Dan Scar, Julio, who we signed from FC20. I think we'll be fine for centre backs. We've got decent cover in those positions, so I think we'll be all right.
So, like the danger men to look out for, who are we looking out for, Craig, this Saturday?
I think a lot of Birmingham City fans probably know the likes of Barley Mumba, Morgan Whittaker. If you don't know them already, obviously Ryan Hardy, that used to play at Rangers in his early part of his career. But maybe an unknown quantity is probably going to be Adam Randall. I think he's going to be if he starts, I think he's going to cause your midfield problems. I think maybe people may disagree with me, but I think he will be one of the best midfielders in the Championship this season. I think he's got the quality to harass any defence, and he can score goals, he can get back, defend, he puts himself about, and he's one of our own. He came through the academy. So I think Adam Randall may be the big threat in this game for me.
Adam Randall. Okay, lovely. Anything you want to ask about Blues? You worried about any of our players? Any threats?
Obviously, you've got Bielik. Obviously, you think he used to play. Used to be at the academy at Arsenal, I believe. You got obviously Ethan Laird. You've got obviously Ruddy. Obviously, an experienced goalkeeper. He's been around the block, hasn't he? A few clubs. So you've got a decent squad, and obviously you've got the American owners behind you. As I said before, we've got Simon Hallett. Both clubs are going in the right direction. So it would just be who can take their chances and who can be clinical on the day, really. But obviously, you've got the home support, and I'm sure you want to be getting off to, carry on your good start to the season. But it's just going to be, can Argyle defend? Can we hit you on the counter, which I can? I think we've got the players to do it. And maybe could we, I don't know, I predicted a draw on an eye preview, but could we go on and nick it? We've got the players to do it. I just didn't see why not.
Yeah, do you know what I was going to say, Craig, actually? What type of team are you? Like a counter-attacking team, or you're more...
It depends. It depends if we're at home. At home, we're more dependent on the opposition. If they're, it's difficult to say, because last season we were obviously a possession-based side, because we would dominate the ball and teams would try and sit in and try and hit us on the counter-attack because we got those players that could pick them apart. But obviously, we've had to transition to a counter-attacking side, because obviously we've got, people like Southampton that dominated the ball. I think they had 80% possession. We had to sit in, try and harass them, win the ball back, which we have got the players that can do that, and ping the ball over to Ryan Hardy on the counter-attack. So I think it'll be more of a counter-attacking side we've transitioned to this season.
Yeah, the reason why I asked that is because we always struggle against counter-attacking teams. We're a team that doesn't have much possession, but we're quick on transition. And we, especially last season, any team that like if we'd have played Southampton Saturday, I reckon we'd have beat them, because of possession heavy. We seem to come unstuck against teams what do similar to us, where it's counter-attack, and that's quite interesting to know, really. So what's your kind of like possession stats been in regard to take out the Southampton game?
I think it's roughly probably been about 45% possession this season, if I can remember off the top of my head. So obviously last season we dominated the ball, because obviously, no disrespect to League One, we had a far better a far better side than most League One sides, and I think we changed the squad to suit the Championship, if that makes sense. Bringing in new faces, but obviously keeping the squad that was mostly together last season, barring your Sam Cosgrove. Is he going to be a threat in this game? Because I know obviously Birmingham City fans know that he came on loan to Plymouth last season. Is he going to be a threat for you going forward in this game, or not at all?
Yeah, do you know, Craig? I don't think he's got a future at Blues. To be honest, mate, he hasn't featured. He featured in the pre-season games, and he done okay. I don't think he scored. He just don't seem to be want to be at the club. It's quite funny actually. After the Leeds game, I was caught in traffic coming away from the ground, and he was in front of me, and for some reason he got out the car and went in his boot and got something out the boot, and he was obviously in his training kit, and he's just nothing down the like. If it was a normal player, you'd shout something, wouldn't you? Or but no, he just hasn't cut it. Craig at Blues. We're looking to offload him, if we're being honest. I can't think who come in for him. Someone come in for him in the week, or there was rumours. It was a League One club. But we need him off the books. We paid something like, I think it's 2.5 million for him, and he's just not played, and it doesn't look any good to me. I know he's done okay for you at Plymouth.
Yeah, he did all right. He did all right for us. Obviously we won the league title, so he didn't play a heavy part, and wasn't the be all and end all. But what I will say, he did have a fantastic game against AFC Wimbledon, and I know people call it the Mickey Mouse Cup, but we were 3-0. We were 3-0 down against a very good AFC Wimbledon side, and that happened to be one of my first vlogs I did for my channel. But if it wasn't for him, we may never have progressed out of that game onto a fantastic cup run, which he participated in. Well, obviously we lost to Bolton in the final, but if it wasn't for him, obviously scored against Derby. He scored some very important goals last season.
No. Like I say, it just hasn't cut it. And we'll just quickly, before we go to the score prediction, we'll quickly talk about how are you for numbers, because we're really light at the back. We need strikers. We need at least one striker. We need a left-footed centre back. We need definitely a right back. So we need 3 or 4 players in. And Eustace has came out and said, he said we need at least 2 or 3. I think we need 3 or 4 in, to be honest. And we're coming towards the transfer window now, another 8-9 days, something like that. So how are you looking?
I think barring obviously Macaulay, obviously we've got Macaulay coming back, Brendan coming back. I think the only injured player we have at the moment is Kane Kessler-Hayden. So I think we're fine in defence. I think we're probably, if we could get a right-sided centre-back on a free, just to reinforce that, and obviously with the amount of games, probably that's just nitpicking. Probably, I don't think we're fine in midfield. I don't think we need any positions in midfield. Right wing, left wing, I think we're all right. We've got players for competition, multiple players. Maybe striker. Maybe that's all I could say is probably another striker. But apart from that, I don't think, because what I'm happy with our club is we went and did our business. We went and got the first signing, second, third, fourth, fifth. We've got them all, obviously barring the striker, we've got everything done. So fair play to our board for getting everything done. So
no, fair play. Right, then we're coming to predictions. Then, Craig, how are you feeling? What do you think the score is going to be? Who's going to be the goal scorers?
I said, obviously, we did a video on my channel. I'm still going to stick with 1-1. I still think we will probably score a late goal. I think we'll get a point. But if we anything with, I'm not trying to be negative because some Argyle fans think I'm a bit negative. I'm just trying to be realistic. Also, going to a very good side that you are. You've got home advantage. Still new to the Championship. I still think a point wouldn't be a bad result. I think any points away from home, win your home games, draw your away games, will stay up. So I'm going to stay 1-1, and I'm going to go with the main man, our number 9, Ryan Hardy, to get the late winner, or a draw, obviously.
Lovely. Like I say, I think you take a point away from home at any ground. You try and win at home and get a point away. I'm going to stick to what I said on your channel. I'm going to go for if Laird and Dembele's fit. We've talked about danger men like Dembele is unreal.
Yeah.
You know, he's got the most successful dribbles in the Championship at the moment. If he's fit and firing, and Ethan Laird's fit and firing, I'll go for a win Birmingham 2, Birmingham 2, Plymouth 1. If they're out, then like I said earlier, Craig, like I can see you nicking something, you know, maybe 2-1, 1-0. You know, a point or something, you know. Yeah. But don't let me think that we think this is going to be an easy game, because we don't.
No, I know. I've seen a lot of your fans on Twitter saying that it's going to be a challenging game. So no easy games, easy in the Championship.
Yeah, you're right, mate. There's no easy games. And the thing is, like, in regards to this, these are the kind of games we slip up on. You know, where you think, oh, you know, we've got home advantage, we've won a couple on the bounce, we ain't conceded, and then we'll bloody lose. Do you know what I mean? It's just the way it goes. But no, thanks ever so much, Craig, for coming on. We really appreciate it. Check out his socials. What you under, Craig? Green Fever.
Green Fever on YouTube. Yeah, perfect.
Green Fever on YouTube. Yeah, check his content out, and all have a great day, and best of luck on Saturday, Craig. May the best team win.
Go on, you Greens.
Yeah, you'll be. Speak to you soon. Thanks.
Thank you.